Welcome everybody to the You Already Know podcast, featuring my man Eddie Beats on the other
Dude.
side of the mic. Eddie, what's going on, man? Happy Monday.
Yo, happy Monday, my dude.
How was your weekend?
Yo, it was one of the better ones since this whole pandemic bullshit, you know? We had
It must have been
the
the Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all
yeah,
the
of
ladies
course.
out there. Happy Mother's Day. So, getting you said the UFC, that hell of a card, wasn't it?
Dude. Like today I was trying to figure out I can't remember ordering a pay-per-view or watching a pay-per-view that was that good, man. Like
Yeah, man,
from
definitely
from
well
the
worth the
from the
money.
prelims to the main event,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah,
fire.
stacked everywhere. It
Fire.
was
Fire.
definitely a great purchase, and I'm happy that live sports is back in some type of fashion. And I
Yeah.
believe Saturday was the perfect time if you were just a casual, as I like to say, to become a sports fan, right?
Yeah.
Um, so we had that. We had, of course, Mother's Day. I'm sure 90% of the world celebrated Mother's Day apart from their mothers. You know, I know I personally had flowers. I had her come pick up the flowers. I put her on the porch and she was crying and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is 2020 shit. And it was great, you know? You
Yeah,
had a chance to
it
speak to
was
your mom?
definitely like I FaceTimed her and stuff like that because obviously she's like in a whole another state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because of shipping delays and stuff, like I really couldn't really get her anything by that
Man,
time, you know, by that
man.
time.
Yeah.
But I mean, my mom's dope. Like, for one, like she's hard to get gifts for because it's like,
What woman isn't
you know what I mean?
to get gifts for?
And then like, she's just cool with a phone call,
Yeah, of
FaceTime
course.
and
Yeah,
stuff
that's what
like that.
counts.
So
That's what should count nonetheless, you
yeah,
know? Me personally, I was shopping online for like 4 days, dude. And then it's like it says 2 day delivery, right? UPS. They charge you like $30 for, which I'm fine. I'm trying to get the shit here at a certain time. But
yeah.
then it says before you check out, it says you chose the 2 day shipping, but your estimated time is like a week after. I'm like, that makes no sense. So I'm like, we got some flowers. My daughter drew a little superhero cartoon for her, and then we'll give her a little gift sometime during the week. You know, whenever.
But you know what? Mothers like that the most. Like a drawing from a granddaughter. Like that's better than anything you could have got on Amazon, bro. Honestly, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot going on in the world, man. As we know, unfortunately, due to this COVID-19, you and I we were speaking briefly about the unemployment situation that about feels like 99.9% of the world. I think the stat is I think it's like at 34 million worldwide right now. It's not an exact number, but it's there.
it's a little over 14%
Yeah,
increase.
which
So it hasn't been that high since the Great Recession and stuff like that. So it's fucking bad.
hmm.
like don't even think about numbers. It's bad, bro. Like
Yeah, it's very bad. It's very bad, and there's just issues with like people who filed a claim 2-3 months ago, and they still haven't received any payment. And then you have people that they filed and it was a delay to get notified to claim their weekly benefits. To certify. It's just a big mess, man.
a lot of people are getting depressed, right? They're getting
Yeah.
anxious. Like they're stuck in the house with people for long periods of time that they're not used to being in the
No,
house
yeah,
with that long. You know what I mean? And it's like
imagine that being stuck in the house
different.
all day. All right, your unemployment is not situated. All right, the bills are stacking up. You probably haven't paid rent in about 2 months.
Yeah,
Okay,
kids are crying.
imagine. Yeah, kids are fucking going crazy, savages everywhere. So it can be a lot for people, man. It can be a
Yeah,
lot. It can
yeah.
definitely push you to a point where God forbid you never thought about before.
Oh yeah.
Um, and
And
it's a
that's what
lot of people.
and that's why I think like like things like sports and like like music, like these things are essential right now. Like
Yes,
listen,
yes,
like UFC coming on.
100%.
Like honestly, like I was never that excited for a UFC event.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
me too, me too.
and
I
like,
stood up the whole night like this, even if I had to do one of these, man. You
yeah,
know?
and like not only that, like I'm not, you know, like I haven't always been like the hardcore UFC fan. Like I'm like the level above casual. You know what I mean? And like this was the first time that I was excited about the prelims, bro. Like the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
prelims, I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
yeah.
Like I
It was
watched
great.
every fight, and yeah, and then the Jordan documentary last night. Episodes 7 and 8 were the best ones in my opinion, because you really got to see like emotion from Jordan. Like there was a lot going on. Did you watch it?
Well, so I gotta admit, man. So I was on 9 o'clock, right? I was on 9 o'clock. Boom. All I remember is 9:53, and then flash forward 1:53 when the little baby is pushing the mom out of the bed, and somehow I'm sleeping with the little baby in the room. So I knocked out. That's all I know. Like 9:53, knocked out. Next thing you know, I look, my little daughter's in the room, my wife is gone. I'm like, oh, missed season part 8, you know? But 7 was amazing. Definitely. I heard today, obviously I heard about episode 8, which I'm gonna watch tomorrow. Um but what was it about? It was about like him losing his dad. Was that on episode 8? Or if that was
Look, honestly, I can't tell you the differences between the episodes because
mhm.
you're watching it back to back,
Yeah,
but
they just run into each other.
it went over basically his father's death, um, him retiring and coming back, him playing baseball, and how he was like such an asshole to his teammates.
Yeah,
But
let me
but
tell you, this hell of a man, hell of a fucking man, honestly.
but like when Jordan explains why he was like that, it's like the
It's
guy like
understandable.
yeah
It's
like
understandable.
I, you could tell like a couple guys are still like on the fence
Salty.
about it. Yeah, they're still salty
Yeah.
about it, but it's like
But listen,
yo,
man, if he didn't have that drive, they would have never won as many titles as they did.
no.
And a person like that comes around like literally once in a lifetime, like once in a lifetime. And this comparison between him and LeBron, I feel like this documentary definitely shows you that Michael Jordan is just like the best ever,
Yeah.
period. Just as a mentality. And who knows, 20, 30 years from now, there's a LeBron James documentary, but I think you can't even compare them. And I love it, man. Like me personally, I go play ball. I'm like talking shit to like whoever's on my team. Like, come on, man, guard up. Come on, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I can relate in a sense to his attitude like that, man. I think is amazing. And I know he punched Steve Kerr in the face, but now they're like best friends after that. You know, Jordan calls him to apologize on the way home, and you know what
Yeah,
happens
and
after
then
that?
like it's like, and then even after that, Jordan was like, after that whole situation, I had he has a lot of respect for Kurt, right? Because Kurt stood up to him and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
and there was mission was accomplished with that whole situation,
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure that his teammates were on the same page with him. You know, obviously they probably couldn't compare, with his drive, but he wanted them to show them like, all right, we're willing, we're trying to be nasty. With the same attitude. That's all he wanted to know. I think.
And then like what you're starting to notice, because I've been thinking about this a lot, is like exactly how much Kobe emulated Jordan, right?
Yes.
Like he literally emulated everything Jordan did, and Jordan's the blueprint because look what Kobe did, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
there's always like the Jordan versus LeBron debate. Like as of right
Yeah.
now,
That's never.
it's
That's never gonna
Jordan
end.
is Jordan versus Kobe, right? Like I think Kobe is the closest, right, to the GOAT
Yeah. Kobe
status.
was my Jordan personally.
Yeah, and
Um,
then from watching this, I'm pretty sure you're seeing it like, oh, I see that in Kobe. I saw that in Kobe, right? Like,
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's very true. Like the whole attitude, like I can remember, there's always
yeah,
Kobe. cursing his teammates out. His teammates don't like him. He just want to pass the ball, whatever. I'm like, he just want to pass the ball. He just want to pass you the ball because he knows you're gonna fucking miss the shot. You know what I mean? They chit chat together.
Yeah, Rogan even said it. He's like, look, we all came out negative, so we're fine.
Yeah,
right. Like,
yeah.
but I think it's. I don't think it's that fact. I think it's the vision or the perception of the social distancing that needs to be shown for people to be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
course,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like they all had to test, but they're practicing something that needs to be done in the general public in the future, right? Like we all need to get used to doing stuff like that.
Yeah, the new normal is now, motherfuckers. We've been living in the new normal for the past 2.5 months, 3 months. You know,
It feels
it's
like 3
strap up
months, bro.
season, motherfuckers.
It
Strap the
feels like
fuck
3
up.
months. Feels like fucking 6 months.
Yeah, it feels a lot longer than what it's been, But as long as everybody's staying healthy, man, and making it another day, bro. That's what this life is all about. It's just trying to live for another day, bro.
Dude, I've been drinking every night since fucking Thursday.
Hey, I thought you told me you were gonna fucking do like a whole
Yeah,
month of
like
May clean.
that's gonna start probably next week, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe sounds like that's
It got
gonna.
it got
Sounds
it
like
got it got pushed back just like UFC 249. Like that
gotcha.
shit got
Yeah,
pushed
just
back,
like
you know?
just like everybody's unemployment benefits. Gotcha. Makes sense, bro. It's 2020. Everything makes
What
sense,
the fuck
bro.
are you gonna do?
Supposedly.
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do?
Anyway, you get the White Claw. You know what? I meant to. I just like I said. I wake up so early, and I meant to go get me a case of some White Claw because I really like it. I really like it. But
Yo,
my problem is like everything's closed at fucking 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm out trying to go get my coffee. So and I'm like, once I come back in, I gotta like take a shower, fucking get sprayed down and shit. And I'm like,
you
I don't
figure
want to go out.
yeah, you figured they would stay open. They would open earlier, being that they're closing late earlier. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But
There's laws, bro. So you can't sell fucking shit at a certain time anyway. So
yeah, but we're in the house all the fucking time.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's good,
Like
dude. It's
like
not good to be stuck in the house all fucking
yeah,
even throughout this shit, bro. Like for the immune system in fucking general.
it got to the point where like going for a walk is like a activity that you want to do. Like yo, I'm gonna get out the house. I'm gonna fucking go take a walk.
Yeah.
Right? Like and then like perfect example, right? Like I got a liquor store, corner store, like half a block away from me, right? Always driving over there. Now I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna walk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
CVS is 2 blocks. Oh, I gotta go over there and pick up a couple things. I'm gonna walk over there.
Yeah, man.
Like this thing changed the game, and like that's one thing. Like you just gotta take a positive out of that. Like, yo, you know what? This horrible things going on, but now I'm starting to walk places. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to appreciate the little things again, right? Like
Yeah, man.
nature,
Yeah.
like nature,
It's all
fucking.
about the mindset.
You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
It's all about the mindset, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So them trails, man. Them trails is dope, dude. I wanna I've always liked trails. Like every summer I hit a couple trails up, I wanna expand on my trail hiking game. Um one day, hopefully as a family, it's hard with the kids and shit, dude. But there's a spot I want to hit in New York, up by Newburgh, by the West Point Academy up there, dude. Fucking amazing, bro. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm gonna do. I think once I get my car back, one of my first trips, we're gonna take a trip, dude. I already told Leslie we're gonna take a trip, not like a fucking 2-nighter, like same day type of shit. Just to get out. It's tough, man. It's fucking tough, dude, because you definitely needed to shut everything down to slow the spread. But when is it time to get back, right? And of course, we all know getting back doesn't mean at 100%, but even getting back at 50, 75% to keep this, get this back and rolling, I think is very
Yeah,
important.
like like I feel all this shit was necessary, but you know, and me and you both, like, you know, we've been talking about it for since we started this podcast, right? Like we're going over like, you know, numbers and like shit going on because of this pandemic, but at the same time, like I'm starting to feel that emotion where it's like, you know what, like I'm over it. Like I want to start getting out the house. Like I want to go back. I want to start getting back to this normalcy, whatever it is, right? Like and as like
Definitely.
we're both smart enough to know, like, hey, you know what, no matter what's going on, I'm throwing the mask on, I got the gloves on, you know what I mean, like I got
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
got
the
all the
new norm,
PPE.
man. Yeah, yeah.
but
I think it's the new norm.
but like I don't know, man, like I understand, like I don't want to say I understand, but I get why people started protesting and getting all stupid, even though like they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
where they're coming from. Like I understand where that came from, but it's
There's
not
just
like,
ways of doing stuff, man. There's just
yeah, I
different
mean,
ways
like
of
at the
doing
end of
stuff,
the day,
man.
like you
Those
just
people
gotta,
are definitely racist ass motherfuckers, bro.
yeah, you just gotta realize,
It
like
just comes off like that, bro.
you just gotta realize, yeah, like you know what, this shit sucks, but this is something we need to do right now.
Listen, man, it's time to start thinking definitely about opening up here in the state of New Jersey. A lot a lot of businesses that are already like closed. Like you can't get a haircut, right? But you can go to a grocery store and be in an aisle. Like you can go into a small grocery store, dude, where I myself have been in a grocery store. Like somebody passes me, like they literally brush my clothes, you know? So I'm not 6 feet apart. I don't know. I feel like barbershops should be able to open, dude. Like if you go get your nails done, the people that are getting their nails done, 90% of the times they already have a mask on. All right, especially when they're working on your stinky ass toes, bro. All right, they have masks on. So I feel I don't know, but it's like every day, the longer that every day that passes, I should say, right? Every day that passes, we learn more, and it's a better opportunity for us to come up with a solution.
I don't know. I feel with the whole barbershop thing is like, I feel, because I was thinking about it too. Like like my barber's still cutting hair. Like he just decided, like, if you want to cut, I got to go to his house or whatever. And
Yeah,
my whole thing is like, he could have the gloves on, the mask on, and all that stuff. But it's like, in order for him to shape me up, I got to take my mask off, right? So it's like, at that point,
yeah,
I'm exposing myself, and then on the flip side of it, what the fuck do I need a cut for right now? I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
barely leave the house, right? You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah, it's not essential. I agree, but I don't
but
know. It's just it
but
doesn't
when
add up. A lot of things don't make sense, and it's understandable because the coronavirus is a novel virus that we're people are still scientists are still working on understanding it.
yeah,
You know?
um, I'm, but at the end of the day, I definitely am convinced that while it's a dangerous virus, I don't think it's as bad as the actions that were taken, because I don't know, like
I feel like it's
it,
better to do that than to be sorry later. You know,
I don't know.
that's what I think.
So speaking of this whole shit, so tomorrow morning I'm going to North Bergen, and I'm gonna take the COVID-19 antibody test.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, I set up the appointment.
How you do that?
So so this is the thing, right? So back when I was working, when this whole thing started, I went to my doctor just for a regular checkup, right? So I asked him, I'm like, hey, how bad is this thing gonna get? And he told me straight up, he was like, it's gonna get really, really bad. He was like, you're one of the last people I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna start doing video calls, like video
Mm-hmm.
visits and shit. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
fuck. And
that's what
like,
we had today.
yo, yeah, and I'm looking at his face and like he was straight up dead serious. And then I noticed like we're in the little room and he's at the opposite side of the room from me the whole time, right? So it's like I so I left out of there and be like, oh shit, like this thing is gonna be really serious. And next thing you know, like, everything started to get shut down, blah, 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 right? So I was working at the time and then like I had this in the back of my head and I'm like, I don't want to be here. Right. So
Because of the virus.
yeah, and I knew it was gonna get bad. So I started coughing on purpose at work. So they sent me home. So the next day I called out saying I didn't feel well or whatever. So the day after, I get a call from
This is awesome.
HR.
This is
Yo,
breaking news.
I get a call from HR and they were like, hey, just so you know, you can't return back to work until you get a doctor's note clearing you to come back. So I'm like, all right, bet. No problem. But when I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, hey, yeah, with everything going on, I don't know how long it's going to be to get a doctor's appointment. Like I've been trying, but with all this going on, they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're not rushing you. We're just letting you know, like you need a doctor's note to come back. I was like, all right, fine, no problem. So I didn't want to go back to my doctor for no reason. So I called the urgent care around my way to set up a visit. So I went over there.
Not far from you.
Yeah, it's like a couple
I
blocks
know what
away.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So I went there. I went in the room. The doctor's like, "Hey, so what's going on?" I was like, "Look, listen. Basically, I just need a doctor's note to go back to work." And I was like, "And if you can, give me a couple extra days." So he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you the rest of the week off. You could go back on Monday." So he gave me the note, whatever.
Cool.
So I went back. I ended up getting laid off like a day after and shit. So, but because I went there, they had all my information. They sent me a text the other day. They were like, "Hey, we're now offering COVID-19 tests. It's completely covered. Just set up an appointment." I'm like, "Oh, fuck it." So I set up the appointment. I had a video call with one of the doctors. He asked me a couple questions. I'm like, blah blah blah. So now I'm gonna go take the test.
Nice. What time is that?
10.
At 10.
Yeah, 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning in North Bergen.
Yeah.
Do you know how it's going to be administered to you?
It's a blood test.
Oh, blood test.
The antibody is a blood
Antibody.
test. Yeah.
So how long did it tell you about how long for the results? Did you ask?
From what I heard, the antibody test takes like a day.
Wow.
It doesn't take too long.
That's going to be breaking news right there, bro. You know?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm excited
news.
for you, bro. And listen, motherfuckers have never been happier to go get fucking blood tests, okay? Because let me tell you something. I want to hop on that shit too, bro. I got to get myself situated with that. I want to do an antibody.
I'll send you the link. They're taking anybody. Anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it covered or you got to pay for it though? Like you got to have insurance?
If you have insurance, the insurance will cover it fully. If not, it'll get covered. Yo, the doctor was actually cool as shit. Yo, the doctor's funny as hell, right? So I'm talking to him. He's like, did you get sick? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, so now you want to take the test? I was like, yeah. He was like, so first they gave you, he was like, so the good thing is that, the government's going to pay for the test. I was like, all right, that's great. That's awesome. He's like, yeah, first they give you the virus, then they give you the test for the virus. I was like, yo, this doctor's off the hook, bro.
Oh shit,
like,
yeah.
Wow.
That's funny. That's hilarious, bro. That's the type of doctor I would be with that fucking the whole 6ix9ine shit, that's like a whole podcast right there, bro. We gotta
No,
do that
it's
shit
not.
like,
No, it's not.
bro, come on, bro. That's like at least
I'm not.
45 minutes we can talk about
I'm
that
not.
shit,
I'm
bro.
not talking about that for 45 minutes, bro.
That's
No,
good material right there. People
listen,
want to
man.
know, bro. That's good
Listen,
material. We're putting out material, bro.
I'm not
That's good
wasting that
content.
much time on that fucking clown.
Listen, man. Listen, I'm just saying, bro. That's a good little topic, you know.
The fact that you even fuck with him might retire the whole podcast in general.
Well, listen, man. Let me tell you something. Here's my take on it, right? Here's my take on it. So I'm not saying what he did is right, what he did is wrong. Okay, I feel as though he really got himself in a situation where he got too deep, right? So he is to blame for it. So he went down this hole and he fucking never came back. And then he just stayed down there. He kept digging and digging. He buried himself, right? Then life happened. Gangster shit happened to him. You know what I mean? Gangster shit. They fucking baby mama. They about to, take his mom. That's straight
They
up gangster
kidnapped
shit.
him.
Okay, kidnapped him. That's gangster shit, right? And he felt like, oh shit, like I was helping these motherfuckers, but they were really fucking me on the back end, right? So now I feel he's like, where's the loyalty? I can understand. I can understand that aspect too, bro. 90%, 95% of the people in his spot would do the same exact thing, dude. Believe me. 95% of the people, bro, will do the
Look,
same exact thing, dude. If they tell you, God forbid, yo, Eddie, you about to do 25 to life if you don't tell me what's going on. There's a 98% chance in general that you're already like, oh, this is what's going on. You know what I mean?
nah. That
95% of the
first
people.
of all, that's too broad to even say 98% because
Especially
I'm
when you
not
add on
fucking built
top,
like that. Look,
dude,
let me
my
break it.
dude.
Let me fucking break it down for you, bro. And these are the things that why I don't fuck with that kid.
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
right? One, I I could tell from the door when he first came out
Of course,
that he
of
was
course,
faking all that shit,
of course, of
right?
course. That's common sense. Yeah, common sense.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not paying him any mind. Second, all that shit went that like this kid was talking super reckless on social media, talking all that gangster
He's
shit,
still doing it.
right?
He's still doing it. That's just
But
him.
put money on people's head
Yeah, that's crazy.
because of the dudes you were around, you felt brolic like that. So you're doing, you know what I mean? You were talking that shit, and
Yeah.
then to go, and then at the end of the day, go on snitch on them because of stuff that you initiated, like you caused, right? You know what I mean? Like, and then the biggest thing of all, he's not even good. Like his music is trash.
His new
Like
song is
you look at
this is catchy shit, bro.
you look at like somebody like Rick Ross, who's like known for at one point was a correctional officer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like dude's kind of a clown, but he got some heat. There's a difference, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's like I don't know, man. Like, and then you look at somebody like we could go into it all day. Like, I don't even want to.
Yeah, but dude, listen, me personally, it is what it is, bro. Cause shit happens, bro. It's
Man,
life,
like,
dude. Personally,
and then
I'm here for
yeah,
all the entertaining.
and then
I'm here for it, especially
and,
during these times. I'm
and
here
then
for it.
on top of it, he's like going around talking shit about him ratting. Like that's fucking worse than ratting yourself.
Cause he's just trying to get ahead
That's
of
worse
it.
than actually ratting.
He's just getting ahead of it. That's
Fucking
all.
getting out and being like, yeah, I ratted. Fuck you.
Yeah, bro. Dude, you gotta get ahead of it. You gotta make fun of
Dude.
yourself, bro. That's how it goes, bro.
Yo,
Right? So he's trying to
listen,
be smart and get ahead of it. That's what he's
nah,
trying to
he's
do.
not being smart because you know what?
I don't know.
That kid can't leave his house.
I know it sucks, but guess what? At the end of the day, for right now, it got before they kill him, God forbid, right? Because that's pretty much what he's lined up for him getting killed one of these days, God forbid, right? He's gonna be making a boatload of fucking money, dude. a boatload of money, bro. So it doesn't matter. Whatever happened. He's getting fucking that paper, kid. You know, he's spending a lot of it with the security team and shit. But that kid's life is fucked up, bro. I was like thinking about it. I'm like, his whole life is fucked up, bro. Like he's done. He's done. Like in general, he can't
Exactly.
ever go out.
So
People are gonna try to kill him.
what is what is that all that money gonna do if he can't
Yeah,
like
well, I guess leave it behind for his
listen
fucking
that
kids.
that kid has COVID-19 for life. He has to
Yeah.
quarantine for life, bro. He has to stay in the house
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah. He's fucked, bro. He's fucked. And then I don't know, like, what his restrictions are, bro. But how the fuck do you claim to have all this money and you have neighbors? You know?
Apparently he had to move out. He had to move out the house because he went outside and the
And
neighbors
that's
saw
another thing.
him.
Whether you want to know about it or not, everybody. You're gonna hear about it. He's everywhere, dude. Like it's that point is just undeniable,
Listen,
dude. It's
there's no
perfect
denying
entertaining.
there's no denying that he draws attention.
Yeah. I'm saying so. It's entertaining. It's especially during these times. I'm
But
like,
it's
bro,
like
this is fucking. I was tuned in to that fucking live he did. I'm like, yo, this is fucking awesome. He's here talking shit.
nah,
I'm like, bro, this is entertaining, bro. Once again, I'm not saying
listen,
I
yo,
agree with what he did or what happened, but I it's undeniable that the kid puts up numbers, bro. It's fucking crazy, dude.
listen,
It's
like
crazy.
at the end of the day, I'm an old head, bro. Like, and it's like, not that I'm like I was a fucking super gangster and shit,
No,
but
I
but
know.
I just respect codes, man.
Dude, but
And
I
like
promise you
this
though,
dude
bro,
breaks
these
codes,
people that
bro.
respect codes, they would not, if they were in the same exact predicament as
But
him,
yeah,
they
yeah,
would
but
not fucking go to jail for 25 years, Andy.
I
You
agree
can't
with you.
convince me, dude.
I
You
agree
can't
with you.
convince me, dude. You can't.
I agree with you. But like you're talking about a younger generation, like
No, this younger
you know what I mean,
generation
like.
is,
And then like yeah, like we could have a full podcast just about this snitching thing in general, right? Because
yeah.
you have you know these super gangsters like Frank Lucas and fucking Alpo and like all these fucking guys who ended up snitching, fucking you know all these guys,
Oh
you know
shit, there you go.
all these
Yeah, I wasn't even
mafia
thinking about
guys
that.
like they all
Yeah,
snitched and shit, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the dude they
And
made
then
the
you talk
movie
about
Goodfellas,
codes.
you know what I mean? And it's like
There is no code, bro. There is no loyalty, man. Especially in the rap game, bro. Come on, dude.
what
Come on, dog. You already know, bro. You already know
for me
this.
it's not about rap, right? Like yo, like
I'm saying in general, in life.
to keep it 100, right? Like let's say me and you were doing some crazy bullshit, right? And let's say me and you are like, yeah, we're gonna start doing this, and we're doing this, and then all of a sudden, because we're doing that, we get bagged. Like I'm not gonna dime you out,
Yeah.
even if I know you would,
Yeah.
just because like that's not how I want to be.
Yeah, well,
Like,
everybody's different. And then you gotta look at too though, like let's say, all right, boom, all right, God forbid something happen, right? You're like, all right, you're gonna get 50 to life. You really gotta weigh your options, dude, you know?
listen,
So
bro. At the end of the day, if you decide you want to do some shit that's gonna get you in trouble, you gotta be ready to take the heat if it fucks up, right? Like
yeah.
if you're gonna decide to start
Yeah.
selling fucking crack or selling coke or selling weed when it was illegal, like you gotta understand that like yo, if you get bagged, like if you continue to do that, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro. That kid is all fucked, bro. He's fucked.
I
Give
mean,
me a
yo,
second, bro. Give me a second. Give me a
it's
second. Give me
funny
a
as
second.
hell.
Give me a second. Honestly, that whole the 6ix9ine shit, man. The kid's a fucking no doubt fucking idiot. You know, he's smart. He's just not street smart. You know, obviously, and I feel like he's fucked for life. I feel like that girl he has, Jade. I feel like that motherfucker, that bitch gonna take all his money too, bro. Believe me.
You know what's so funny too? Like, because I'm fucking old, right? So you see how times change. Like back in my day when Vanilla Ice came out, right? And like he started dropping all these songs and shit. And like when they find out like he was like everything he was talking about wasn't real and like he was just a regular dude.
I remember that. I
He
remember
got
like
he got banished from music, bro. Like he never did anything again, and like he still gets made fun of about it. And then you got like a kid like this who's doing the exact same shit and is getting more famous. Like
honestly,
that's
but
fucking wild.
can you admit that it's very entertaining? Like the whole story I'm saying, like in general,
No,
it's must see. It's like must see TV, bro. It really is. Whether you agree with him or not, like whether you agree with what he did or not, dude, it's just like it's unbelievable to see that this guy snitches and comes out and does these numbers still. Like that lets you know the times we're living in. Like
it's not
nobody gives
even
a fuck.
it's not even the numbers. It's just like the fact that he's actually trying to continue his rap career.
But he will.
And
He
yeah,
will.
and then the sad part is that he's actually going to do something with it.
Listen, in reality, he made that video in his home, right? Got permission to go outside in his backyard, whatever, right? At the end of the day, he can make 1,000 videos and drop music all day. He doesn't need to go anywhere. Obviously, that's not the life we want to live.
He's not
But
going to have a choice. He's not
right
going to
now,
have
we're
a
not going
choice.
anywhere anyways. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be like this for time to come. So,
He's not going to have a choice, man.
bro, with all this money he has, he can move himself somewhere where he doesn't have no neighbors, a mansion somewhere, big property somewhere, right? Drop all his dumb money on fucking security and just
He
get a space, like a studio and a fucking space to make videos, bro. Because the video was hot. The visuals, it was hot. The visuals was hot. You got
listen,
everybody has bitches in their videos
bro.
twerking, but not everybody has twins. And then like just the colors of the girl's hair, and then how he was the mouse. It shit. Like, the visual work is dope, bro. It's dope. You know.
Oh my God. Listen, the only reason his music does anything is because of the controversy. Once the controversy
That's what I'm
stops,
saying.
once the
That's what people
controversy
love.
stops, yeah, but once the controversy stops, his music nobody's gonna listen to that shit.
I don't know, bro. He's 24, dude. I feel like it's a possibility, but people love the drama, bro. People love the drama, dude.
That's the only reason his music does anything, bro.
Yeah, but
Like his shit is garbage, bro.
nah,
Garbage.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, bro. Believe me, I
Like
don't.
he
I
had a
don't
couple.
disagree with you.
He had a couple joints that were dope for in the gym. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're in the gym for
Yeah.
that workout playlist, and then and then he had that one joint with Tory
Tory Lanez?
Lanez.
Yeah,
That was kind of fire.
yeah, yeah.
But
Hey,
even
man.
even that record is like the only thing dope about it is the beat and Tory Lanez's hook.
Yeah. He had a good song with Anuel too on the Latin side, bro.